Hi everyone. I just tweeted the best thing about Telemaine. You should follow me on Twitter. This is my second video of me reading chapter 13 of Searching for Dragons. Um, Mendenbar, who had already stuck his sword in its sheath, shook his head. I never used this sword to move around the enchanted forest. I don't need it. By the way, your sword has stopped spraying magic around again, Simrine said. I thought you might want to know. So it has, Telemaine said. What an intriguing phenomenon. That reminds me, Mendenbar said. The burnout area I told you about should be right over there. Would you mind taking a look at it since we're here? Happy to oblige, Telemaine replied. What about finding Kazul? Cimmerian asked. I'll try and locate her while Telemaine is examining the clearing, Mendenbar said. A locating spell takes a while to set up anyway, so we won't lose any time to speak of, unless looking at the chart spot takes a lot longer than I expected to. It is Telemaine. He'll probably launch into a really long lecture. Cimmerian still did not look altogether pleased, but she nodded, and Mendenbar led the way between the enormous trees. There was the burned section, as empty of life and magic as it had been when he had first seen it. Excuse me. Cimmerian's expression changed to one of shock and anger, and even Telemaine looked shaken. I see why you wanted me to look at this, Telemaine said. So do I, Cimmerian agreed. Setting the wizard's staff under a tree near the edge of the charred area, Telemaine walked slowly forward until he reached the spot where the ashes began. Kneeling, he ran his fingers over the dry, dead earth. After a moment, he rose and moved on, into the burned section itself. Little swirls of ash followed him. For a few minutes, Mendenbar watched the magician work. Then, remembering his promise to Cimmerian, he tore his attention away and turned to his own task. It was a relief to be back in the enchanted forest where magic was nearly automatic. Quickly, Mendenbar sorted through the invisible threads of power, selecting the ones that ran all the way to the farthest edges of the enchanted forest. They made quite a bundle, but it was better to do it all at once than to split them up and risk skipping one by accident. When he was sure he had all the threads he wanted, he looped them around his right wrist and twined his fingers through the strands as they fanned out in all directions. This is so cool. I love it. With his left hand, he cut a free-floating filament and wound it into a small ball. He set the ball on the web of unseen tendrils that radiated out from the bundle at his wrist. In his mind, he pictured Kazul and the wizards as he and Cimmerian had seen them in Herman's window. Then he gave the invisible ball a flick and sent it rolling rapidly out among the first of the threads. The ball picked up speed and vanished. Then it was back, bouncing to the next thread and spinning away along the new path. Out and back it went in the blink of an eye, over and over, eliminating one thread each time. And then it went out and did not return. Mendenbar frowned. That wasn't supposed to happen. If the spell ball didn't find Kazul, it should come back and hop to the next thread to check along it. If it did find Kazul, it should come back and stop, marking the thread they should follow to lead them to the dragon either way. Period. Either way, the spell ball was supposed to come back. What is it? Cimmerian said. Mendenbar looked up, startled to find Cimmerian watching his face closely. Something's wrong, he told her. Wait a minute while I try something. Gently, he wiggled the last thread down, which the spell ball had vanished. He felt a vibration travel the length of the thread, and for a moment he hoped that it was the spell ball returning. Then, with a high, thin sound like a tight wire breaking, the thread snapped, leaving a long end waving loose in the air in front of him. I feel like that's not supposed to happen. What was that? Telemaine said, looking up. Something very wrong indeed, Mendenbar said grimly. You'd better stop that and come over here. We're going to the palace right now. What could do that? What could do that? I don't understand. Oh, but I get to read the next chapter right now, which is great. It's wonderful.